Hey, welcome back to Nights and Weekends with me, Marcus, your host. All right, one man band on this side of the internet. As you can tell, I'm not necessarily the most enthused today because of what happened yesterday, but we're going to go on ahead and jump right on into it. As you can see from the thumbnail, this is what happens, in my opinion, when you paint your political opposition as being evil and or Hitlers and or fascists. This is the direct line as to what happened. So as we know yesterday, Trump was it was an attempted assassination on ex-President Trump. So Ed and Marcus, throw in clip one of the failed attempt that thank God it was failed.
Ed, take a look at what happened.
Hold. When you're ready, on you.
Ready?
Move.
Up.
Move. Go.
Up. Hawkeye's here.
Hawkeye's here. Move to the stair.
Stair, get ready.
You ready? Are we good? Shooters down. Are we good to move?
We're clear.
Let's move. Let's move.
We're clear.
Come on.
Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold on, your head is bloody.
So we gotta move to the bus. Let me get my shoes.
Okay, my shoes down. My shoes.
Watch out.
So as you can see, when Donald Trump got up, he put up the fist and he said, fight, fight, fight. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, okay, this dude is really real, right? And it kind of reminded me of something that he did during COVID. Throw in that clip, Marcus.
I just left Walter Reed Medical Center, and it's really something very special. The doctors, the nurses, the first responders, and I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to beat it. We have the best medical equipment. We have the best medicines, all developed recently. And you're going to beat it. I didn't feel so good. And 2 days ago, I could have left 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I felt great, like better than I have in a long time. I said just recently, better than 20 years ago. Don't let it dominate. Don't let it take over your lives. Don't let that happen. We have the greatest country in the world. We're going back to work. We're going to be out front. As your leader, I had to do that. I knew there's danger to it, but I had to do it. I stood out front. I led. Nobody that's a leader would not do what I did. And I know there's a risk, there's a danger, but that's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know. But don't let it dominate your lives. Get out there. Be careful. We have the best medicines in the world, and it all happened very shortly, and they're all getting approved, and the vaccines are coming momentarily. Thank you very much. And Walter Reed, what a group of people. Thank you very much.
So this is apparently just part of this man's personality. He gets hit, he gets up. And by the way, when he did that thing with COVID saying not to let it dominate you, there's a bunch of assholes out there. Oh my God, I lost my 97-year-old grandmother. Yes. And that's a tragedy, but you don't let it dominate you. You don't let it be where today folks are still walking around with fucking masks on their face many years later. Again, I'm sorry for cursing, but I'm highly agitated. So we're going to hop right on in this. Sorry, I've been up on my screen. You have Thomas Matthew Crooks. This is the 20-year-old who the FBI believes tried to assassinate Donald Trump yesterday. Now, this is the whole setup. So he was over here Trump was speaking here. And apparently this is about 200 meters away. And again, I'm sorry, we speak American math over here. So that's about 400 to 600 feet, something like that, away from Donald J. Trump, right? Something like that. And again, thank God that he was turned to the side. Goodness gracious, this man's head would have been blown clean off. So as we see here, the person was up here. Donald Trump was over here. Marcus, future Marcus, throw in the clip of the guy who was interviewed by the BBC saying that he was pointing to the person bear crawling up the side of the building saying, hey, he has a gun.
So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? This is not a big place.
So the police or whoever that they were telling could have acted a little bit sooner. Okay. And then this wouldn't have happened, but they didn't. So 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. This is his picture. Here we go. This is from the New York Post. All right. Let's scroll down. Now, this is the thing that's messed up. Their house, or his parents' house, that's the thing that's really stupid when you have untethered men and just untethered people. They are unable to think outside of their damn selves. Their parents are going to have to move because that house has very little time left on planet Earth in its current form. It just does. So just so that we get out ahead on this, okay? It says, according to state voter status records, Crooks was a registered Republican. Now, let me just make sure I get out in front of this for the folks that will literally stop right there instead of taking it fully all the way. Now, he's a registered Republican, but apparently when he was 17, which in some states you can't actually register early, he donated his actual money to Act Blue, which is a progressive PAC that goes out and tries to get people to vote Democrat. So no, we are not going to just simply say, oh, he was a registered Republican and just stop there. We don't do that stupid shit on this side of the fucking internet. Okay. So Donald Trump, as we can see, this is what he put out a little bit afterwards. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong and that I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin. much bleeding took place. So I realized then what was happening. Trump eventually put out a statement, as we can see here from CBS News. Okay. Trump says, we stand united after assassination attempt. FBI identifies suspect. So, and as we see here, quote, in this moment, it is more important than ever that we stand together. Yep, make sure I'm there. In this moment, it's more important than ever that we stand united and show our true character as Americans, remaining strong and determined and not allowing evil to win, unquote. Trump posted on on social media, which is Truth Social. So, editing Marcus, throw in the clips of the mainstream media that you get, not me, you get a majority of your freaking news from, of them calling the man Hitler, everything else. Throw that on in.
It's Trump is a Nazi time again.
Let's deal with Hitler, okay?
I don't think it's hyperbolic to say that. I mean, that is Mussolini, Hitler-like language.
Trump's affinity for Hitler was always covered under an umbrella of his stupidity.
Echoing Hitler's words.
Listen to this.
Well, Hitler was duly elected.
That's right.
Echoing the hateful rhetoric of Adolf Hitler.
It echoes Hitler.
That's the kind of language Hitler used in Mein Kampf.
Got vermin and Hitler and Mussolini.
That's a horrifying clip. That's a fascist clip.
Just going full on Hitler.
From Hitler's Germany.
We just need to say, for the record, that the term vermin was really effectively used by Adolf Hitler.
Echo dictators like Hitler.
With language evoking authoritarian figures like Adolf Hitler. And
Adolf Hitler.
Donald Trump parroted the autocratic language of Adolf Hitler.
Talk about the brilliance of Hitler's generals.
Correct.
General Kelly, yes.
Let us not try not to riff for the next 2 hours. But as we can see there, this is what your media does. Okay. They ratchet it up. Now, again, I used to work at a job where you would use a ratchet. And sometimes if you flip the switch, it only ratchets one way. It only tightens. And the media needs to be called out for their extreme rhetoric. Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay. And in my opinion, I'm happy that this guy is unalive. I'm happy that his brains were exposed and now he's gone. Okay. We as a society pay a whole lot of money, a whole lot of time, a whole lot of putting thoughts into people's heads as to the rule of law. And all of that stuff can be undone. And I'm sorry, throwing this person in jail, let's say that they had wounded him, like some people believe that we can shoot people in the legs or in the arms or wherever. We don't want to shoot to kill. If we had put this man in jail, that wouldn't have been justice. It was such a high leverage action that this man did that if he had completed what it is that he wanted to do, we would have a little bit of chaos going on in the world today, right now. Okay. So no, I'm happy that Trump didn't, die yesterday, that he didn't have his brains blown clean out of his head. I'm happy that this person is also gone. I really do feel sorry for his parents because, again, as idiots out there will especially younger people. Some of the most selfish fucking people I know are people who are untethered, no girlfriends, no kids, some bullshit job. They're untethered. So they're unable to think about, you know what, how about I not do that? Because that might affect, another 10, 15, 20 people. No, I'm happy that son of a bitch is dead. Okay. Thank God Trump didn't die. Um, in my opinion, in my 40 plus years of living, and kind of seeing how this is going, unless Trump is no longer with us when the election happens, this man is going to win. Now I got to donate twice to this guy. Okay. I mean, God knows how much money he is going to get. Okay. But that's about it. For the asswipes on social media who are saying that this man should have died. Whoo. Are these people Christians? Are these people, do they have their moral compass working? I despise the left. Absolutely despise them. I despise their view of how the world should go. But I don't despise them as people. They just have a different point of view. A way different, and I think a wrong point of view. I think that they're just completely misguided. There are evil people that do exist. And the person whose brains got blown out yesterday, I would probably put him as evil. Extremely misguided and evil. But just to finish up, okay? If we can get the folks on the left to not paint their political opposition if they don't agree with some stupid ass social program as being evil, as being you want to see people die, if we can stop turning people into Hitler, if we can stop turning people into Stalin, Mussolini, you almost see that the left never brings up Mao because he was an actual communist. Oh yeah. And they almost never bring up Stalin either. And another far leftist. But anyway, can we ratchet down some of the inflammatory rhetoric? And I mean real inflammatory rhetoric. I'm not talking about saying that illegal immigrants should be taken out the country. That is inflammatory. No. I mean calling your political opposition, I don't know, Hitler, Nazis, fascists. In my own family, okay, I have people who I really trust and I respect their opinions who think that I'm with the Nazis, which I think is just crazy. It's absolutely insane. But I don't ever say that they're with the Nazis. I just say I think that y'all are just wrong. But anyway, thank God Trump's alive. This is this is mostly on the media's hands, because they have raised the temperature to high enough to melt metal. Okay. And I will see y'all probably later today. All right. Bye.